Hey folks, it's Dr. Brenda, money coach and the creator of the Gutsy Women Club, where women dare to dream and take bold actions to follow their heart's journey. So I am feeling a bit down in the dumps today, on my health status. So I am going to head in to a larger city. I'm here in Texas at South Padre Island, and I'm going to get a COVID test a little bit later this morning. I have had some flu-like symptoms. It was really, when I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning with a pounding headache and nausea and vomiting, it's like, you know what, it could be the flu, could be just a bug, could be COVID. So, so I went online and found a website that has all the Texas testing sites. So I selected one that was somewhat close, maybe 40 minutes away. It was CVS, and tried to get an appointment for today. Nothing for today, nothing for tomorrow. Today's Thursday, and I couldn't get in until Saturday. So that's a pretty long wait. And I'd made an appointment, and I'm like, I'd rather know sooner than later. It could take days to get the results. So that's a long time to go without knowing. So I found another testing site. This one is run by the Department of Health, Public Health in Texas. And so it's, I was able to get in today. I have a 1-hour window where I have to show up. That one is a saliva test versus a nasal swab. So it's less invasive. I'm hoping the results come in faster. And so that's what I'm up to. I did have to, just if you are going to get yourself in for a COVID test, just a little heads up, I have a new insurance card, and so I had to make a front and back side copy, print out, basically have an image of the front and the back of my card, and I had to upload each of those images at both of those sites so that they had my insurance information. It should not cost me anything. I do have symptoms, and the insurance should also cover it, so we'll see what goes on. So I'm gonna sort of walk you through the steps that I'm taking here. I am hoping I don't have COVID. I wear masks, but I do go out to restaurants, and it's pretty difficult to be absolutely perfect. And even if you are, I know the more contagious strains are making their way around the country. So fingers are crossed, and I'll check in with you later. Bye-bye. Okay, I have arrived at the testing site. I have to say I'm a little surprised. I'm getting out of the car. I thought it would be a drive-through. So I'm gonna check in and see what I need to do. Down. Okay, so my job is done. You can see I've got a tube of saliva. So it took a little bit of a while to fill it up. Had to fill it up to the line. So I am now ready to go back and take this to the healthcare worker, and we'll cap it off and see how long this whole thing is going to take. Okay, so I am finished. The whole process took, 4 or 5 minutes maybe. Just, it takes a while to get enough saliva to fill up the little container. And once I brought it back to the table, I was given a cap, had to screw a cap on real tight, shake it up, put it in a plastic bag. That's it. So, very fast process. And I should hear back in 2 to 3 days. He said, today's Thursday, so hopefully Saturday. I did a little bit of research in between, so I wanted to know what the difference in accuracy was between the nasal swab and the saliva test. And the accuracy is very similar. Ran across this really fascinating article in Science magazine that they can actually predict who is going to need hospitalization and who has more likelihood of severe problems, including death, by looking at the content of the saliva, and whoever has the highest percentage of the virus, those high levels tend to have more severe problems. So I'm sure that the testing here at the local level hasn't gotten that advanced, but just think of the potential that if you could prioritize who's going to receive medicine very early on the COVID journey, and possibly prevent some really serious issues if you had sort of a triage system based on the saliva, on how much virus was present. So that's certainly hopeful. I mean, I do believe in science, and we're learning more and more, and hopefully one day we can get to doing things that are more make sense, a better use of resources, and prioritize those who are likely to get more ill. So anyway, now it's a waiting game, but that's it. If you're questioning whether to get a test, at least the saliva test is about as easy as you can, as it can be. So don't hesitate at all. I'll check back in a couple of days, and hey, don't forget, please subscribe. You take care. Good morning. Today is a brand new day, and I am so happy. I finally got my COVID test back last night. I took the test Thursday morning. Yesterday was Sunday, about 7 o'clock at night. I got my test back, my results back, negative. So yeah, I do know that there's a small odds of having false negatives, but I believe that whatever I had was probably some type of bug, some type of virus. I never got a fever, and I never lost the sense of taste or smell. So I feel pretty good, but it was a long, wait, 3.5 days to wait for results. I'm out here walking Dolly, by the way. She gets more and more friends. Yeah, so anyway, trying to do double duty today. So, the waiting is, after a couple days, I felt like, whatever I had was probably not COVID. But until that test results get back, you're kind of cooped up there. So I spent time in the catio, took just some walks around the campground, but I really missed getting out, and realized how lazy I've gotten. I mean, I haven't been being as healthy as I want to be. I haven't been walking on the beach. We had some really lousy weather, and then I got into a not a very good routine. So this morning I did my qigong. I wanted to share something with you. So when I woke up, Thursday at 2 a.m. and I had that killer headache, and I had some headache issues. I recalled several years ago I had some neurological issues. It was never diagnosed, but I was incredibly fatigued. I had one eye that was closing on me. I had just persistent headaches. It felt like I had ants crawling in on one side of my head. And I had been to Johns Hopkins. I'd had all these things done, and nothing could explain it. And I sat in a meeting with some other, at a conference. I sat in a small meeting, and I got to chat with the person sitting next to me, and learned about something called Petadolex. Can you see that? So she had also had a lot of headache issues, and tried all kinds of things. And this is actually an extract of an herb called butterburr. Now, you can't do butterburr in the raw. It's kind of toxic. So this, what it's supposed to do is release open up the blood vessels going into your brain. And so I remember that I had some. I actually ordered some more because I can receive packages at this campground. So I ordered some more. It did help. It got rid of my headaches, but it's sort of a little known secret, again, that's Petadolex, and I will add an Amazon link to the product in the description. So I also ordered some zinc. Zinc is supposed to be good for the immune system, and you know, wintertime is when I tend to have anyway more colds and things that happen with the weather, fluctuations in the weather, and zinc is supposed to help the immune system. And yeah, I forgot, you know, I felt like I need a party hat. Today is a party hat day because I'm very thankful. I'm thankful that my test is negative. Now I'm also thankful that I'm here at South Padre Island, where I feel like, well, I've traveled to 19 states, so I know what it's like to be in places where folks are reluctant to wear masks and restaurants aren't doing what they're doing. Here I feel really good. Folks are taking the mask policy seriously. Restaurants are at half capacity. There are so many opportunities to be outside and to dine outside. I've got a small circle of friends. We're all try to be socially distanced, but we're RVers. So I feel really good about being here. I'm here for 2 more weeks and then head up to Lake Corpus Christi State Park. So I'm going to try to enjoy every day that I can here. And it's a reminder, every day we start anew, you know, so yeah, maybe it's already mid-January and you fell out of those good habits. I know I did. But every morning you get the chance to get up and do some meditation or go for a walk or sit in silence or do some quiet reading. Go back into that miracle morning. For me, I really do enjoy this 20-minute Qigong program that I'm using, so I did that. So every day is a new day. If you have good health, enjoy it. It's something we all take for granted until it's gone. So I hope that you have a splendid day. If you are an RVer and you're feeling COVID symptoms and you're nowhere in your home state or nowhere around where you know where to get the test, just go online. I think every state has testing facilities, so you shouldn't. You know, wasn't an issue that I was not a Texas resident. They want everyone to be tested. So if you have any doubts, go ahead and get a test, and good luck. You be safe out there. You take care, and please subscribe. Thanks much.